know what? I feel like taking the long way home. Okay, really? That's the third person I've seen almost get hit by a car today because he decided not to use a crosswalk. That's the thing, people. There are crosswalks for a reason. There's a safety hazard if you don't use it. And there's always the thing that if you get hit by a car and you're in a crosswalk and you have the right of way to walk across instead of the car, if they hit you, you can't get in trouble. But if you don't use the crosswalk and decide to jaywalk and you get hit by a car, then you could possibly be at fault. Our lovely courthouse. Ooh, K9's there. K9 from my city is in there. Okay. Somebody's having an interesting court date. Probably a drug case. You know, I was actually in the other lane of this bridge once, going into Akron, and somebody decided to turn down the wrong part of the bridge and came at me head on. Because, you know, each side of these bridges are one way, as you can obviously tell. And he came at me head on, and there was a car next to me, and the barrier to my left, and I have no idea how I didn't get hit. It's the advantage of a small car, because I had a small car at that time. If I was in this, I probably would have gotten hit. Small car had a lot more room on each side. Sorry, that noise you were hearing was me. I got bored, so I started playing music on my Yeti. Any of you guys have Yetis? I love my Yeti. I've only had this thing since Christmas, so not even 2 months yet. But I love this thing. Only thing I don't like about it is every time I make coffee or tea, not every time, almost every time I make coffee or tea, I burn myself. And there was one time I used my Yeti 3 days in a row. I burned myself 4 times. But at least it means it's very well insulated. I put hot tea in here 2 hours ago. 3 hours ago almost, maybe. No, maybe 2 hours ago. I put hot tea in here. No, it was 3 hours. I put hot tea in here 3 hours ago. It's still hot. So that kind of says something, that we can put hot tea in here 3 hours ago and it's still hot. Thankfully, I started getting smart about it and put ice cubes in to cool it down so it's not burning me right now. Ow. That is in Ohio what we call a pothole. So if you ever wonder why Ohio drivers swerve so much even when they're not drinking, it's because we're used to having to avoid stuff like potholes and people who walk down in the middle of the street texting on their phone. We have to learn to avoid them too. I don't know if you can see it, but there's our giant tower to nowhere on the left of the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. Giant Cuyahoga Falls Tower to Nowhere. I don't know if you guys know who Ernest Angeli is, but it's I honestly didn't even know who it was till my girlfriend's mother came up to visit and was like, "Oh my god, you guys have Ernest Angeli in your town?" I didn't know who he is. Apparently he's some TV pastor person that he's one of those guys that says, "Be gone, demon," hits you in the head and you fall down and you're like, "Oh, I'm healed." One of those guys. But the giant tower to nowhere is actually in the same place as his church, which is an odd church because, I mean, you can sit down, have breakfast, and watch his church service. Yay, another person not using a blinker. I love that. It always keeps you guessing. makes you so alert because you get to sit there and just go, I wonder if that person's going to turn or not. Oh, they are. Oh, I was right. So there is one small little thing I wanted to say. It's kind of random, but no matter what you're doing, always double check yourself. Always double check yourself. Now, I don't mean like always second guess yourself. I mean double check yourself. But I bring this up because I was filling out some paperwork, and I got really excited on the paperwork I was filling out. Not because it was paperwork. I'm not one of those guys that I love paperwork. I do paperwork when I have to, but it doesn't mean I get excited about doing paperwork. No. But I was doing paperwork, and I was excited because it was paperwork for something that's important to me. And I had to put down my email, or not my email address, my mailing address. And I put it on, put all the other information in, and I sent it to the place that I needed to send it to. Well, I got a phone call a couple of days ago saying, I got the voicemail. I got the phone call a couple days ago. I got the voicemail 2 days ago because somebody else listened to the voicemail. I was like, oh, hey, you have a voicemail? So I listened to the voicemail, and they go, hey, we tried to send you a hard copy of the information that you needed, and it came back because it said the address was wrong. So please give us a call. So I call them this morning, and they go, oh, yeah, what's your address? And I tell them, like, oh, it looks like somebody typed in the wrong mailing street. Somebody didn't double check their work. I'm going to take the blame for that because I was kind of in a hurry because I was excited, and it was, my mailing address. I should know that by now. I should be able to punch that in, no problem. So I'll take the blame. Either way, it's taken care of now, but I just wanted to say, always double check your work whenever you do anything, whether it's filling out paperwork or changing the oil on your car or whatever it is. Because, this was an easy fix. Oh, hey, school's letting out. This was an easy fix. I just called them up. She was like, oh, yeah, just verify your mailing address. I told her. She was like, okay, somebody just typed it in wrong. But I know there are times where you do something that you think you know what's going on, or you think you've done everything properly, and you're like, okay, good to go. And it ends up pretty bad. It turns out pretty badly. And I know this because my family and I were taking the boat out, and we trailered it to a small little lake in somewhere in Ohio, I don't remember where. And we're getting ready to put the boat in. My mom and I are in the boat. My dad's back in the trailer, and she looks at my dad. She goes, "Hey, did you remember to put the drain plug in?" "Oh yeah, don't worry, I took care of it. It's in." "Okay." So we back the boat in, start it up, pull it off the trailer. He starts pulling the boat or the trailer out of the water to go put it away. We were gonna circle back and pick him up. He drives off, and my mom said something doesn't feel right. Tells me, she's like, pop the engine cover. Tell me if you see water in there. I pop it open, and there's just water pouring in because my dad thought he put the drain plug in and forgot. Oops. Thankfully, we managed to flag him down, said, hey, bring that trailer back here and get us out of here. And so we had to sit there, pull the boat out of the water. It took probably 10 minutes to let all the water drain out and then put the plug in. Thankfully, we caught it and didn't, sink. Because that would have been bad. Because the boat was still pretty new at that point. I think it was maybe a year or two old when that happened. Is that a pink Jeep? That is a pink Jeep. I have never seen a pink Jeep before. I don't think I've ever even seen an actually pink car. It's creepy. It makes sense that a girl's driving it. And if you're a guy and you want to have a pink car, that's fine. I'm not here to judge you. You're probably judging me anyway, so I'm not going to judge you. But it's kind of weird to see a pink car. Now I know if that's like, what is it, like a pink Cadillac something, some sort of like pink Cadillac coupe, it means you're like some big Mary Kay salesperson. I don't remember. That's what my girlfriend told me. I don't know. Wow, that city vehicle's driving pretty fast for this road. They're speeding. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. So, remember, like always, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to say, leave me a comment. There's the comment section. Hit it. Leave me a comment. And also, if you're not subscribed, then maybe you should be. Maybe I'll get more entertaining. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys, so hope you have a good rest of your day.